Your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. This is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. And our top story. After last year's bond measure failed, Gering Public Schools is back with a revised plan for Gering Middle School, and the school board will consider it tonight for the November ballot. The new proposal asks for $29.75 million, a cut of nearly 14% from last year's request. The estimated tax impact also dropped significantly, down more than 63%, thanks in part to a $7.7 million contribution from the district itself. The plan focuses on campus safety with a new secure entrance and improved traffic flow, plus 24 new classrooms, updated career and technical education space, and new athletic facilities. Superintendent Corey Knight says the revised plan reflects a year of community feedback. Residents can learn more at informational meetings August 24th and September 2nd at Gering Middle School. Voters will decide November 3rd. Well, the city of Scottsbluff is ending its long-standing landfill agreement with the city of Gering and moving ahead with a new waste disposal strategy. City Manager Kevin Spencer says years of unsuccessful attempts to locate a new landfill, including efforts in Sioux County and more recently around Scottsbluff and Gering, made it clear that the current landfill would reach capacity before a replacement could be permitted. Instead, the city is negotiating with Waste Connections to use its transfer station while Scottsbluff works on developing its own facility.
So we started talking about ending the agreement, and that will give us the opportunity to explore other ideas or other means to get rid of our garbage. So we started talking to some commercial vendors, had a conversation with TDS and Waste Connection, and now we're really in negotiations with Waste Connection. They can provide us with the roll-offs and provide that service for us, and we can in turn, until we get our transfer station built, go empty our trucks at their transfer station. So that's the direction we're looking at going in.
Spencer says the agreement also allows Scottsbluff to recover more than $772,000 that will be used towards a future transfer station. And Nebraska Game and Parks Commission conservation officers are investigating the drowning of a 7-year-old boy at Lake McConaughey State Recreation Area. On Thursday around 8:30 p.m., 2 children from Ogallala were found unresponsive in the water. Bystanders began CPR and called 911, with responding officers and emergency medical personnel taking over life-saving efforts upon their arrival. A 5-year-old girl was taken to Ogallala Community Hospital in stable condition. Nebraska Game and Parks is keeping its thoughts with the family during this difficult time. As the recreation season continues, they remind all visitors to Nebraska's lakes and parks to prioritize water safety. We'll have more news right after this.
Looking for free instead of fees? Platte Valley Bank can help you keep your finances moving forward with no ATM fees. Whether you're headed to the lake, the mountains, or just to the grocery store, you can enjoy the freedom of free ATM access anywhere, anytime. Platte Valley Bank. You belong here.
Winter is coming, but the interest isn't. For the first time ever, Renewal by Andersen is offering 0% for 48 months. That's 2030. There's never been a better time to upgrade your home, so don't wait for the snowflakes to fall. Get winter ready now with our energy-efficient Acclaim replacement windows and ensemble entry doors. 0% for 4 years is a first-time offer you don't want to miss. Call today or visit rbawyoming.com to book your free estimate.
Welcome back. Nebraska's 2026 political season has been unusual, to say the least, and it could soon be even more so. The Nebraska Secretary of State's office says both the Nebraska Working People's Party and the America First Party have collected enough signatures to move forward in the formation process. Both petitions reached the statutory thresholds, and verification ceased once each petition reached 110% of the required number of signatures in each congressional district and overall. Organizers for each now have 20 days to submit their party's constitution, bylaws, and a certified list of the names and addresses of officers to the Secretary of State's office, and if received by the deadline, certifications recognizing each party would be issued and voters could begin registering with each. And the Lancaster County Sheriff's Office is investigating allegations of fraudulent signatures on petitions submitted to the Lancaster County Elections Commission by a political watchdog organization. That office, in partnership with the Lancaster County Attorney's Office and the Nebraska Attorney General's Office, have been looking into nearly 20,000 rejected signatures from the Good Government Lincoln Group. Chief Deputy Ben Houchin said at a Friday briefing that arrests have been made across the country with the assistance of the U.S. Marshal Service. The petition sought to remove the dates of city elections to align with statewide elections, allowing certain residents within a few miles of city limits to vote in municipal elections, and place term limits on Lincoln City Council members. Organizers said they would restart their drive, and Governor Jim Pillen said the situation pointed to the need to change state law that allows circulators to be paid up to $20 for each signature gathered. Today's closing numbers on KNEB.TV News brought to you by Chad Hobbs, your Edward Jones financial advisor in Scottsbluff.
In a world where retirement meant slowing down, these residents had other plans. The competition has never been more fierce. Okay, maybe not fierce, but definitely fun. There's one community that refuses to slow down. The Residency, where the trophies are big and the personalities even bigger.
I would definitely recommend Allo's business services to other companies. Allo's next-gen firewalls have allowed us to tie 6 physical locations together along with numerous remote employees to produce and collaborate and generate content for our local radio group. It is very important for Nebraska Rural Radio Association to have the best in internet and phone service. We rely upon that every single day. Allo provided me with a solution that fit our needs. They have a quality product, great technical support, and a local presence in their community.
Fall camps are underway at the high school level. Well, the time has arrived. Today is opening day for the fall sports season for high school athletes and coaches with the first day of practice. Of course, the Scottsbluff High School football team was out early from 5:30 to 7:30 this morning. Head coach Judd Hall offering up his first impressions of what he's working with this fall.
Good energy. I thought the energy level was very high this morning from our kids, and we have a lot of kids. We started practice this morning with 60 guys on the field in uniform, and another 7 or 8 kids that were waiting on paperwork. So that's more kids than we've had in the last 4 or 5 years. So great numbers and great energy this morning.
Scottsbluff coming off an 8-2 season a year ago that ended with a first-round playoff loss at home to York. Remember, they were banged up heading into that one. This season, despite the loss of a very talented senior class from last year's team, the coaching staff reinforcing this is an old team with plenty of returning talent.
Yeah, experienced. Even though we plan on playing a lot of juniors this year with our seniors. A lot of those kids gave us valuable minutes last year as sophomores. Got some good time, so their experience. Also had a great JV season last year where those kids learned a lot. So really looking forward to seeing how those kids can respond to Friday nights, because it's different than playing on Monday. So we got to figure out how to play at that speed right away.
The quarterback position will be talked about. 3-year starter Nate Kelly off to UNK for basketball, and that leaves a competition right now between last year's backup Carver Nimnick and senior Caleb Berta.
Both those guys bring just leadership to our team, so feel comfortable with both of those guys. Caleb did a great job this summer leading our team through some camp stuff. Carver did a great job at the end of the season when Nate got hurt. So I would definitely say we have a competition there, but competition brings out the best in everybody. So we'll see what happens. Both those guys are going to contribute on defense too. So it might be a deal where one guy's going to start on defense, the other guy's going to start on offense, but they're both going to play both sides of the ball for us this year.
And it was made plainly clear this morning within my first 20 minutes at practice that there is a breakout season coming for junior running back Mason Schmier. The comps thrown out were impressive. A little mix of skills from the likes of, say, Max Mason, Jacob Krull, and Sebastian Boyle at the running back spot for Schmier.
Yeah, Mason had a great summer, really dedicated himself to the weight room, making himself a great athlete off the field. We're just really excited to see what that translates to his on-the-field play.
A great combination of power and speed. Look for huge numbers this season from Mason Schmier in the Scottsbluff backfield. Defensively, both D coordinator Trey Allison and Coach Hall saying this could be a special unit.
We're going to have to lean on our defense early to play fast and get us some favorable positions on offense as we kind of glue our offensive line together and get some more experience in the backfield. But our defense is going to be fast. They are going to be physical, and that's where our experience, a lot of those guys coming back played big minutes for us, big quarters last year on the defensive side of the ball.
It's a different look this year for Class B, a class that's not in the best of spots right now. Look for Scottsbluff to compete in the upper echelon of teams throughout the year and in the postseason. Scottsbluff opening at home with Lincoln Pius on Friday the 28th. Tomorrow I'll stop over at Gering's morning practice to chat with head coach Danny O'Boyle. I'll have other stops at Scottsbluff this week. Gering has their media day on Wednesday, plus it's week 2 of practices for WNCC volleyball and men's and women's soccer. I'll effort to catch up with those coaches over the coming days. That's the latest today from the sports desk. I'm Chris Cottrell.
When it comes to your health, you deserve the very best. At Morrill County Community Hospital, they provide top-notch care with compassion and expertise. From routine checkups to advanced surgeries, their dedicated team is here for you 24/7. With state-of-the-art technology and a patient-first approach, they ensure you and your loved ones receive the highest quality care. Because at Morrill County Community Hospital, your health is their priority. Visit Morrill County Community Hospital today in Bridgeport. Morrill County Community Hospital. Exceptional care right here at home.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn and Suites front desk.
Let's take a look at your community calendar, brought to you by Riverstone Bank. Community Calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. We're local and we love our community.
Fly United Airlines operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
Your first home. It's more than walls and a roof. It's where life begins, where laughter fills the rooms and dreams start to take shape. At Platte Valley Bank, we're here to make the first step easier with free consultations and pre-qualification so you can move forward with confidence. From your first mortgage to your forever home, Platte Valley Bank is here for you every step of the way. You belong here.
And finally tonight, Western Nebraska Community College kicked off its centennial celebrations on Thursday with a new documentary highlighting the college's 100-year history. Film producer and director Curtis Howard and his crew spent months gathering stories from people connected to WNCC. Rather than simply creating a timeline of important dates and milestones, they wanted to tell the college's story through the people who have been part of it. Howard says the project included interviews with more than 30 people, including alumni, faculty, and staff, business leaders, donors, and community members. He says one of the biggest challenges was condensing a century of history into a film that's roughly 20 minutes long.
Well, I think me and the crew were a little panicked. We were like, I don't know if we could make a film that will capture, people's attention and make them want to sit there and watch this. But I will tell you, after the first day of shooting interviews, which actually started July 9th, which was not long ago, I knew that we had something just listening to all of the stories that were coming out of people's hearts. It was great.
He says the story showed just how deeply WNCC has become connected to the communities it serves.
Well, Coral, I believe she's been with the Institute 50 years. That's amazing. That was awesome.
Just a quick note on Coral. She said that she's been involved with WNCC since 1957. That was the year my mother was born.
That's awesome. The other thing that came up a lot was Guy Wiley. He impacted a lot.
The production ultimately included about 10 hours of interview footage, which was narrowed down to the final documentary. The film, titled A Century of Impact, is part of WNCC's year-long centennial celebration. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.